The last big thing I have to make on the project is the hilt. Basically, if you don't know, for Honor, every weapon is customizable in 3 different parts of the weapon. For this one, it's the shield, the hilt, and the blade. In the promotional material for Vortiger, he was curiously depicted with the beloved dark shield and beloved dark hilt, but the Dies Irae blade. So basically a mix of different sets, but I think they worked quite well together, so that's what I decided to make. For the hilt, mainly there are 4 big parts to it: the pommel, the handle, the crossguard, and those decorative faces on the side. The faces I will cut out of this sheet of big, thick, flat steel. We'll carve out the facial features with the Dremel tool. Why are there footprints on the backside of my template? To create those decorative pieces for the hilt, I will have to basically grind them down a whole lot. And that will be probably quite tricky, so I at least drawn out the outline of the face for now, so that I basically have the level of the face higher than the level of the background. And the little round dot is where the tip of the nose is, so that's basically the highest point of the entire thing. Now, the reason I'm doing this is so I can put the tiniest little bend in the middle of these things. So when the tip sits flush on the blade, I have a larger space between the tips of the upper parts, so that the handle can actually fit between them. Whoa, that didn't work at all. Well, yeah, but no. I have one more ace up my sleeve. I wonder, will I be able to get a somewhat acceptable face out of this using those lines? My guess is probably not. this kinda looks better than even I expected, so I'm quite happy with this little fella. Now to do the other one. Okay, for the crossguard I will attach this piece of bar to this piece of round. Sadly, this round stock wasn't the right diameter for the star or floral shape on the crossguard, so I will have to grind that down a whole lot. Next step on the crossguard is the diamond shape of the arm. It's a little bit weird since the bottom line is straight from what I could tell, but the top line has an angle in it. So I hope everything will go smoothly, but maybe I am wrong. I've created this middle piece that basically looks like this by drilling holes, filing everything out, and then rounding over the sides. That will now be welded to the crossguard. And then we have, well, a crossguard. I don't know what these individual parts would be called. Like, I mean, they would be made up from one piece in with a real sword. But for me, it's easier to weld this stuff. Might be a bit on the heavy side, but it's definitely stable. Before I can finish the shaping of the crossguard, I have to get out this flower shape all the way around. And that's what I'm doing now. One of the last steps on the crossguard is to bring those bits that come out from the flower shape, I'm gonna call it, a little bit down. So and I will do that by just using the angle grinder, and after that I will polish it with some files and sandpaper until it looks good. Now the only thing I didn't want to do was having to tack those three pieces together while stuck to the blade, but sadly that is exactly what I had to do. It was the only way for me to get everything to line up, so I carefully put two spot welds in here. Luckily everything worked out and didn't destroy the blade completely. Now I will just weld across so that these be solid, and then that's done. Some polishing and then the cross guard is finished. I have said this once before, but I don't know if that clip makes it into the video. This block there will become the pommel. It's originally a giant piece of round stock. Lucky for me, I tried out forging thicker material on this one, didn't work so well. So now I have something that is octangular, I'd say. That makes it just a whole lot easier to clamp and cut everything off, so guess that's a plus for me. As stated earlier, the pommel will be one solid brick. And I will that one cut out of this giant round stock. Now I don't really have a good idea how to get the thing square, so I will just... Well, I've drawn a square on the top and I will cut down from that as straight as I can. And then I will do the rest on the grinder. I cleaned up the surfaces of the cube, so now it is more or less cubish. Now I will cut out these star shapes. I guess all those clips for the handle look pretty much the same, but I don't want to repeat the mistake I made with Syncleaver, where the thing was suddenly done and I didn't film any of it. Time to drill the hole through the pommel. Now for the handle, I've made this beautiful wooden piece here. Got a nice little slot, fits perfectly. But the game said no, it had to have a metal handle for whatever reason. Probably worst choice you could make when designing a sword. So yeah, I guess I could have made the entire thing out of metal, since keeping a weight limit is completely out the window by now. But I don't want that. So what we'll be doing instead is I will take this wooden core and press fit into a steel tube. I will create the pattern on the handle piece by carving away everything that is now colored in green. This is some tube. It's not massive, not a massive piece. My original plan was to make the handle basically the same way like I did the shield by gluing sheet metal pieces to it, but I feel like this thing looks pretty disgusting. My dumbass also used clear coat with dissolvent in it to coat it, so now all the pieces are starting to fall off already. So I hope I will get some better results with this. Should also be more comfortable to the hand. If everybody gets their own private hell, I know what mine will be looking like. Just mountains upon mountains of those Dremel chips. I mean, it is nice and sparkly though on camera.
Mala ulbrad sunt. Misfortune comes uninvited. It hungers for blood, craving eternal darkness. The time to repent is over! I will take up arms again! Step out of the shadows and teach them true darkness!
What on earth? I usually only use those vinegar bottles as a meme because nothing gets through them. They're way thicker than your regular water bottles, but since here in Germany you pay a little bit of money and then you get that money back when you return those water bottles, so you don't throw them into the environment. I don't cut water bottles. This is the first sort that went through this thing, and it went through clean. Oh, God, this is exhausting. Where was I? So yeah, the reason nothing else worked is because my technique one-handing is ass. So I'm sorry for the disappointing cutting section of this video, but I'ma go die now. If you're seeing this, you made it to the end of the video. So why not leave a like to show me that you didn't regret wasting over an hour of your lifetime on this? And if you do like crazy video game blades in general, why not subscribe to the channel for more soon to come content? Till next time.